Hello everyone! Welcome back to my series on Crazy Craft 3.0. This is going to end up being, I think, episode 3. Episode 2 didn't work out so well, and actually I'm going to play a little highlights reel to demonstrate why it didn't work out so well. You gave me a lucky block? That's awesome! Do I want to open up my lucky block? Oh, it's not very lucky. Yeah, I do want to open it up, but I'm gonna open it up over here. Alright, here goes nothing. Great. Nastysaurus.
Can you teleport me to... Oh.
Okay, I'm back. That was interesting. I just had to sit there for a second and wait. It's funny making YouTube videos. So I just wanted to point out something neat that I made. I made a Squid Backpack, which you can see if I do this. Oh. So, and I really like the Squid Backpack. I think it's the best of all the adventure backpacks. And the reason is, it lets you breathe underwater. And what's really nice about that is you can just go out, I don't know if you can see on my mini-map over here. Well, I'm in the middle of the ocean, kind of. I wanted some Bissell Stone to make a better base. And what better place to find a Bissell Stone than the bottom of the ocean? They show up as these big little bubble-looking things on the map. So I was able to just sort of wander around the ocean, underwater, taking it nice and easy with the Squid Backpack on, and sure enough I found this sweet patch of Bissell Stone, and I'm almost done mining it. Well, almost done making as much as I need, stealing as much as I need, I should say. And you can see I've got I've got stacks and stacks of this stuff, which should be plenty to start a base. And I'll be back after finishing mining. I'm going to go back to my base and show you some of the new stuff that I've made. Okay, I'm ready to talk about Equivalent Exchange 3. So I've gathered some resources here, and I've fixed the hostile mobs not spawning problem. So it's time to use some bones that I gathered, which I believe I put in here, or was it here? Ah, here we go. So I need to make some bone meal in order to make some chalk. But before I get into that, let me just state that the 3 things you need to get started with Equivalent Exchange 3 are a research station, an Aludel, and a calcinator. Well, probably in that opposite order, but and what you do is you make some minium dust here, which is just an emerald or a diamond or something equivalent value, and that gives you minium dust. And then you combine minium dust with a book in here, in the Aludel, and that will give you the Tome of Alchemical Knowledge, which is right here. And I have another one right here, which I'm going to need in just a second. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of server lag there. What's the TPS? And this keeps happening on my server. Now, if I go over my server right now, it'll be responsive. Everything will be working fine, except for the Minecraft server, and it will respond in a second. There we go. All right, so the Tome of Alchemical Knowledge, I recommend making 2 of them, so you can just keep one on your research station here, and one on the Transmutation Tablet, which I'm about to assemble. So I'm going to need ash-infused stone. So you can just burn up anything, really, in the calcinator, and it will make ash if it's really low value, like cobblestone or whatever. And then you combine that with combine the ash with regular stone here, and you get ash infused stone. And you need 9 ash infused stone to make the Transmutation Tablet, and you just lay it out in a 9x9 grid, sorry, 3x3 grid, 9 blocks. And then you use chalk on here, and that gives you the Transmutation Tablet. Now the only trick with the chalk is you need clay, which actually I have right here. Need some clay, and you need bone meal. So I just wanted to show you a little trick with bone meal that most people don't know. I've been burning some oak saplings here to get wood ash from witchery, and this is the witch's oven here. And what's really sweet about witchery with the wood ash is normally you get 3 bone meal for 1 bone. But with wood ash, which is basically free, you get ridiculous amounts of it with witchery, because you're going to need to burn a lot of saplings. You can get 7 bone meal from 1 bone if you just combine it with wood ash, which is pretty sweet. So I'm going to do that. And you can see I still have tons of leftover wood ash from witchery. So I'm going to put that away, put the exhaled the hormone away, do a little sorting here, and actually I'm going to save these extra bones. Now I need to craft the chalk. Now the way to make chalk, what I really need is this chalk right here, the individual piece of chalk, but in order to craft it you have to craft a big block of chalk, which is this recipe here. So I'm going to take that, you don't really need more than 1 for reference, because they haven't implemented any of the other features of Equivalent Exchange 3. So you just place that down in the world, mine it, and you've got yourself some chalk. Okay, so now I want to make a big circle, which I believe is the V key or the C key. What key is that? Options, controls, and once I do this once, I'll never have to do it again. Equivalent Exchange 3. Charge, release, toggle, right? I suppose toggle. So I set that to the right arrow key. That's one of these. Up arrow. Now I'm just going to right click on this, and you just shift right click on it with an empty hand, and then you've got yourself the Transmutation Tablet, which is just sweet. So I'm going to put the Tome of Alchemical Knowledge, and I made that, and then I held it in my hand and I right clicked on it so that it says belongs to Riskable there. Now what you can do is anything that you've researched, you can create, you can exchange items over here. And I'm going to demonstrate that. I've actually got a whole bunch of things that I want to that I'm going to research here in the research station. And what you can do is you can actually, I'll give you gunpowder as an example. So you can actually put a hopper here, but I don't have much iron right now, so I'm just going to do it. I'm going to be patient. So once my gunpowder is in my Tome of Alchemical Knowledge, I can now add, say, a diamond here. And I can just make gunpowder, which is sweet. And I'm not going to use that diamond. I'm going to actually research that diamond because I want to be able to make diamonds. So this will let me transmute, say, emeralds into diamonds and vice versa. Actually, I'm going to get an emerald to do that as well. I've been storing my valuables over here, and I have a lot of emeralds. See, this is exactly why it'll be so handy. I do have an abundance of emeralds, but not very many diamonds at the moment. So I will be able to exchange diamonds after this. Another thing that's really handy with Equivalent Exchange 3 is clay. You know, nobody wants to go out looking for clay, and it's not particularly valuable because once you find a big patch of it, you're going to have loads. But it's really nice to have the ability to just create clay from basically nothing, from cobblestone. Another sweet feature is you can convert things like marble and stone back and forth with no cost at all. So you can throw down some cobblestone and turn it into stone without having to burn it up in a furnace, which is nice. So I'm going to research all these things and be right back. Okay, I've researched a whole ton of regular vanilla Minecraft items, and now I'm going to use my Equivalent Exchange Tablet. And I've grabbed a sacrificial emerald here, and I'm just going to throw it up there. And you can see the energy value of an emerald is 8,192. So I can actually exchange that for a diamond, right? Which is pretty sweet. I just converted an emerald into a diamond, right? And I can do the same thing. I can do it back and forth as many times as I like because they have equivalent values. A diamond is a lot more energy than gunpowder. So you can see I still have a lot left here. So I'm actually just going to take as much gunpowder as I can. Look at all that gunpowder. Wow. So I didn't have to go hunting creepers, which is just sweet. So I just got back from the nether. I still haven't found a single blaze rod despite killing many blazes, or magma cream despite killing many magma cubes. But one thing I noticed is I'm running out of inventory space, especially since my backpack is missing. I died in the nether and it's somewhere over there. I'll go find it later. But one thing I wanted to point out is that the Equivalent Exchange 3 mod has this awesome alchemical bag, and it's got an enormous inventory that you can just carry it around with you. It requires 8 minium dust, and I was just going to point out how you can create it. You just want to make 8 minium dust, which burns either emeralds or diamonds, 8 of them in the calcinator, and you'll see we'll get 1 minium dust. Right? So we need 8 of them, and I'll be right back once I have all 8. Okay, now I've got my 8 minium dust and 1 wool. So all you need to do is add them to the Aludel, and in a moment we should have an alchemical bag. And I'll show you just how big it is. It's kind of amazing. Bam! Alright, let's open up this puppy. Oh! Check it out. Is that some storage space or what? And that's it, guys. Please feel free to like or comment on this video. My son would appreciate it a lot. Thanks for watching.